Okay, this is how we're starting the video today. Aero guard. And we're gonna be real, okay? This is a nightmare. Australia, flies. We're being attacked by them. And I can't be dealing with it. So, any flies?
Apart from the one near your hair.
Mostly better. Let's start the video properly. Welcome to today's vlog. With Sydney in the background, we are leaving the city. We're going south down the southern coastal road and we're going to find some beautiful views, hopefully have some amazing food and basically just get away from the city like everyone has told us to do. The 19th of April, 1770 was the first time Captain Cook had his eyes on the great southern land that we now call Australia. And it was at this point in Botany Bay, 10 days later, the 29th of April, 1770, where he finally stepped foot right here at this point. As you can see, there is a monument to celebrate that. And this is a place of real history for what we now call Australia.
In 1796, Bass and Flinders were sent on a mission to explore the Hacking River. They were sent on a 16-foot rowing boat called the Tom Thumb, but it wasn't plain sailing. It was a 10-day mission, but the southern current sent them 20 miles off course. So
their journey was incredibly treacherous. They spent a night on their boat. They got sunburnt, their food was spoiled, but they did finally anchor in Port Kembla. Now, the way I'd like to look at it is, Australia is fantastic for surfing. We all know that. The surfer of Australia. However, imagine the first explorers trying to land with the surf, the rip that these surfers love. It would have been so difficult, and that's why you find all the obstacles put in front of all the first explorers. You know, Captain Cook, he could not land where he first wanted to, and that's why he had to go up to Botany Bay where it was slightly calmer, the deeper waters for the ships. It would have been very, very difficult for those first explorers.
You have the time of your life every single night. The confetti's ring. I say I don't want it. The person you once hated. I tell myself I don't want that. What glitters isn't gold. I tell myself I don't need it 'cause I'm fine. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna hold on to somebody. Be
Look at this behind us. This is absolutely stunning. This is Australia. Now we've come to Bold Point to have a quick stop and just admire this beauty. We did go through Royal National Park, and one amazing thing we noticed was how just constantly the flora completely changed.
it went from like subtropical rainforest on one side, and the other side was different because it's got a coastal breeze.
Yeah.
And it would go from great big huge trees to little
just
tiny bushes,
shrubland
and
type
then
thing, yeah.
really dry areas to actually really green, so they obviously had plenty of water. It was so different.
And we were up, down, round the mountains. It was
followed the river, but we were never. Sometimes we were right like level to the river.
But it's
we
amazing
like
how quickly the Australian area, the geography can change so quickly. And we've gone through there, and now we're here, and we're back along the sea. And just look at the coast along there, the in and out, and the waves. It is just. Sorry, am I?
Yeah, I was like, I'll just take a hand to the face.
It's just incredible, and you can understand why all the people are here, just
so
sitting, looking out at the beautiful blue ocean. But now, flies, we need to go get some food.
It's time for lunch.
I am starving. So
My favourite
let's
part of the
see
day.
what we're gonna get. And I need a cider as well. Well, I finally get a cider in me, and we're at the Scarborough Hotel. This is a nice restaurant. It's been around a while, and I just want you to check these views out. So, behind me, you've got the hotel. You've got the mountains in the background. Then, obviously, we are right on the coast. It's just amazing, right? So we come here, it's a relaxed atmosphere. You're just looking out at the sea. And I'm not saying we don't have this in England. We have beautiful beaches, we have beautiful countryside. But here, mixed with the culture, the weather, the view, it is just an awesome place to eat and drink. And it's away from the city as well. This is what we wanted to do this time around. We wanted to get away from the big cities, and we've done that. We got away in Adelaide, we've now got away in Sydney, and for us being Brits, this is quite far out. We normally wouldn't travel this far, but in Australia it's the thing to do, and how lucky are Australians to have this. Anyway, I've got to go eat. Just a heads up, if anyone does go to places that I go to on my vlogs, don't bother going there. You're basically paying for the view. We paid $30 for chicken burger and chips, and the same for beef burger and chips, and it was distinctively average. It was overpriced. We waited about an hour and 15 for our food. Stay clear. Right, let's get going.
We've now come to Seacliff Bridge on Grand Pacific Drive. It is an absolutely amazing bridge. Driving over it was so cool, but even stood here on the view is amazing. This isn't the original road. The original road was along the cliff. However, due to rockfall, they couldn't use the road anymore, so they've had to build this, which is just amazing to look at, and a real spectacular thing to walk across as well.
Times like this, I truly appreciate the fact I've just upgraded my drone, because being able to get these shots from that side of the bridge looking in is just epic. And you look at how they constructed it and how difficult it must have been, basically off the edge of the cliff. Luckily, where they've put the pillars in at the bottom, it's not actually in the sea, but just I struggle to comprehend without seeing it how they would have done it, but it is so impressive. And clearly a lot of people come here just to see this bridge because it's bloody awesome, right? Okay, next stop, more beauty, more fantastic. The sun is slowly setting. We've just come into Australian summertime, so the clocks have changed, so we do get a little bit more light. The time is 6:15, so we do have a little bit more time, but now you're going to see just how the light changes, the shadows and just the colours of where we are. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to it, so hopefully you are too. Now, while I've got your attention, go down there, click the like, make sure you subscribe, because this was the last in the series in Australia, but we've got so many more things on this channel that we will be doing, and we'll going to different places. So check the rest out and like and subscribe. So as I was saying, as the day has gone on, the land has warmed up and the cooler sea air is coming and creating this beautiful haze. So we've seen this sort of image twice today and it looks completely different. It gives a completely different aura and feel about this location. And just look at it. It's just stunning. I always say this. I don't get lost for words very often, and I know I'm talking because I've got to fill. But you can tell I'm filling here because I'm lost for words. And our final spot for the day is Wattamolla. This is just amazing spot. Behind us, you've got the saltwater sea, and then that direction, you've got the fresh water, the lagoon that feeds into the sea.
That's so beautiful over there.
You had people jumping off the cliff as well. And
very high to be jumping though.
yeah, and it's not that deep
but
either.
This sea isn't that cold. It's quite nice actually.
No, this is just an incredible spot. Like, to be able to find somewhere like this, the waves are broken up. Over there, you may be able to see in the distance, the big waves are coming and they're broken up by the cliffs there. And when it comes into here, it hasn't got the rip, it hasn't,
so it's kind
gentle.
of an ideal swimming spot, isn't it?
Especially for youngsters,
yeah,
and maybe
for
less
kids.
confident people as well, but a fantastic spot as the sun is going down. And this is what a find, what a find.
You can see how calm the water is here because people are literally just floating around in the water. They're not having to jump over the waves or anything. It's so calm and peaceful, easy to swim in.
Now with us, taking us on this trip was Garth. You took us on the Blue Mountains trip, same time last year, and it was amazing. And you've been able to show us some awesome spots again. We've gone away from the city and it's beautiful. And this national park, give us a bit more information.
So it's arguably either the first or the second oldest national park in the world, called the Royal National Park. It starts all the way north from the Port Hacking River, where we were this morning, and we showed you the plinth of the Bass and Flinders Memorial. There's walking tracks that riddle the whole park, but one of the really nicest tracks is the coastal track that comes all the way down to Wattamolla here, goes across this beach, goes up the other side and continues all the way down to Bald Hill where we were just after lunch. So it's a wonderful area.
But what it's got, it's almost got something for everyone, right?
That's correct.
Because if you want the beach, you go to the beach. If you want the walking tracks, you've got that. The lagoons, there's something for everyone along here.
And
right?
all these walking tracks have got swimming holes in them. Heaps of them.
It's just fantastic. You can get away from the city, get away, explore, and you can spend a long time here, right?
And the diversity of the foliage throughout the park.
This is something we spoke about earlier on. As literally every 5 minutes, the flora is completely different, and it's just so amazing to go through and see something completely different, isn't it?
And this is an hour's drive from Sydney.
There you go. Amazing, not far. Get out here.
See you next year, Rob and Charlie.
And that is us done in Australia. It's another 3.5 weeks that has flown by. We've seen so much once again, and it is truly awesome. Thank you so much, you guys who have been watching, following the journey. Please do continue to follow the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, because
thank you to all the people that have helped us along the way,
Garth,
and everyone
I can list off. If you were one person that showed us around, took the time out of your day, you know who we're talking about. So thank you so much. Yeah, we've got so many more journeys to do around the world. So do stick with us. Enjoy the videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.